Now let's turn to the latest developments from Budapest, where President Tokayev paid a state visit just after Belgrade. During his visit, he was warmly received by Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban. As usually, the schedule was filled with important meetings, including high-level discussions and a session with leading Hungarian business figures. The central theme of the visit was strengthening partnership in the political, economic and humanitarian fields. More details on the visit are covered in the following report.
In Budapest, President of Kazakhstan was officially welcomed at Lion Square, located at the Royal Palace. The ceremony began with the sound of a military orchestra's fanfare as Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban greeted Kassym-Jomart Tokayev. Both national anthems were played, and the event was marked by a ceremonial march of honor guard, followed by the mounted cavalry. After the official ceremonies, President Tokayev held a working lunch with his Hungarian counterpart, President Tamás Sylyok, who was elected earlier this year. The focus was on strengthening strategic partnership, with both leaders discussing 30 years of successful cooperation and potential growth in areas like trade, energy, transportation, and renewable energy. Following the meeting, President Tokayev participated in a joint photo session and left a memorable entry in the guest book. On the second day of President Tokayev's state visit to Hungary, he was engaged in a series of official meetings and negotiations. The prospects for bilateral cooperation were first discussed in a smaller meeting with Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban, followed by an expanded session. One of the key agreements reached was the creation of the Kazakhstan-Hungary Investment Fund. Later, President Tokayev shared more details during a briefing with journalists, emphasizing the potential development of the Trans-Caspian International Transport Corridor, one of the most important strategic trade routes.
Bugün Qazaqstan Temir Yolu Express LAC Holding.
A memorandum of cooperation was signed between KTZ Express, LAC Holding and Xi'an Free Trade Port Construction and Operation. This agreement will strengthen trade and transport links between our countries and serve as another step forward, enhancing economic ties in the region. It opens new opportunities for the development of infrastructure, logistics and international trade. Currently, 85% of land transit shipments between Asia and Europe pass through Kazakhstan. In the near future, the volume of goods transported along this route is expected to reach 10 million tons.
According to the President, the discussions also focused on increasing trade volumes and deepening investment cooperation. Hungarian companies have shown strong interest in Kazakhstan, as evidenced by the figures over the past 2 decades. $370 million has been invested into Kazakh economy. Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban emphasized the importance of President Tokayev's visit in terms of expanding the strategic partnership between the two countries.
We discussed the prospects for expanding trade and economic ties, highlighted our shared history and emphasized the strong bonds of friendship. The development of trade, the search for new energy resources and the construction of international energy routes are areas of mutual interest for our countries. We agreed to make every effort to fully realize the potential of Hungarian-Kazakh economic cooperation.
As a result of the talks, the joint statement was signed, outlining both countries' commitment to strengthening their strategic partnership and implementing joint initiatives. In addition, 6 memorandums and agreements were signed between the official delegations covering cooperations in agriculture, infrastructure, and the banking sector, as shared exclusively to our channel by the Deputy Prime Minister, Minister of National Economy of Kazakhstan, Nurlan Baybazarov, in a commentary.
We are particularly interested in attracting investments into our country's manufacturing sector, so we can produce competitive goods for export, especially considering Hungary's vast experience. We also agreed to enhance cooperation in agriculture, industry, energy, transportation and digital development, and signed agreements totaling over $230 million.
In his final meeting, President Tokayev met with Laszlo Kövér, the Speaker of Hungary's National Assembly. The Kazakh leader highlighted the significance of interparliamentary relations and expressed confidence that strengthening these ties would boost trade, economic cooperation and cultural exchange between the two countries. Such a visit promises a bright future, fostering stronger ties and cooperation between the two countries. Жанарке Айтмагамбет, Балжан Самигулина, New Time.